this the quarterfinals of the Black Market Cage tournament?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Um, Truffles is sub expired. Um,
I have.
okay, looks like Kaplan's gonna host a new table.
I do remember a couple times where I've run into someone who they have the promos, but they only have base set. And so you play a black market game with just base and the rest of the promos. It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of fun.
Huh. That sounds kind of cool. It's like dual
Yeah.
set.
I mean, yeah, it's still a good card. I mean, it doesn't have, the black market ends up only having, 35 minus the other nine kingdom cards in it. So it has like all 26 available cards.
Huh.
So you're just kind of trying to buy them all almost.
That's really strange. It's cool though.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize you could get just a subscription for promos. Like, I guess you have to have probably one of the
It was
coupons.
Yeah, it was some holdover from something. Like I think if you owned anything, you got the promos.
Hmm.
It was yeah, some weird thing.
All right. Let's see. Up and they're gone. All right. Let's continue chasing them around this website.
Musical chairs.
Here we go. Truffles and Kaplan, both in the same room. Required black market. Looking good. So, as this is one of the quarterfinal matches, I believe it is first 2.5 points.
I think so, yeah.
Alright, and let's get started. Oh boy, we got a board. Um, Seprexis is black market cage. So let's look at this board. What do we have? We have Masquerade for draw and trashing and junking. Um, Patron, is there anything that can activate Patron? No, but I mean, it's still a good card.
Not yet, but
Not yet, but obviously we will pull tons of stuff from the black market. We got Proc, no horses, so that doesn't make Proc super happy, but still Proc. Tormentor, Encampment, Fool's Gold, Pawn and Rat Catcher. So I'm guessing. Oh wow, Truffles gets a procession on turn 3. That's early. Um, so Kaplan had the 5-2 and goes Ratcatcher Tormentor, which seems correct to me.
yeah, I think so. Black market's purchased yet. I mean, I can see that. You want to get the masquerade going.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like on 3-4 you really want to open like Mask Patron. And like here, just you want to get those imps in your deck. I'm not sure I like the super early proc from Truffles. Alright, let's see what Kaplan does with this 5. Could be Piazza. No, it's a proc.
The poor procession for truffles has been drawn
Yeah.
twice now with no actions.
Yep. Um, the only like real proc trick I see on this board is you could proc a rat catcher. You know, it goes onto the mat and you get a free 3, but that doesn't seem particularly good. I'm curious how they're planning to use procession in this game. You do have 2, 3, 4, 5 in terms of actions, so you can sort of go all the way up the chain.
Yep.
Does bad omens activate patron? Don't remember. Does if you're out of coppers. Yeah. Alright, so we're procking this mask. Get nice and clean.
I mean, this is the kind of board you don't really need black market. I mean, you have everything else, villages, your draw, trashing,
Yep.
but you're still gonna want it for those like mid-turn gaining. I mean, you could wait to pick it up once you're drawing your deck, and then just start gaining stuff. And I mean, you can gain in action and just rock it right away.
Yeah, with these thin decks, there's a lot of opportunity for gain and play. So interestingly, we just saw Locust hit Truffles' procession, and she elected to grab a scheme rather than a black market. Okay, I will be right back.
Sure. Yeah, Truffles is having a nice turn. A nice turn here. I mean, there's the deck. It's too bad there's no +5. What did we play the pawn? I
Okay.
guess he had to card action for the pawn. It would have been nice to get a buy, but maybe it wasn't possible to get a buy off of the pawn.
Looks like
Or
Truffles
maybe,
thinks she selected the wrong pawn options. What we see an undo. Truffles too nice to undo. Too Canadian. That is a very expensive masquerade. Oh, you could grab a big doctor now if you want to get really clean. I think probably past
could.
that.
I think he's mostly clean already.
Yeah, I think it's probably a little too late. Nope, they elect to go for it. So they didn't overpay in full. They overpaid a bit, got some trashing in, and then bought an encampment. Interesting play.
Diluted's a little annoying.
Hmm.
Doesn't I don't think it stops.
It doesn't stop you from
It
buying
doesn't
stuff
stop
out
your
of black
black market.
market. Yeah, correct. I always thought that was kind of funny.
Black market doesn't care about your buy rules.
Yeah, it doesn't care about your hexes. I believe also if you have envious, you can play money during black market and it's worth the correct amount.
Yeah, start of your buy phase, so that is true.
Black market just doesn't care about the rules. Um, I don't know exactly how it works with something like Cavalry or Villa that can send you back to your buy phase multiple times. I think, um, yeah, I don't know.
So the question is, if at the start of your buy phase, Envious or Deluded come into play, what happens after you buy a villa and go back to your action phase? Do those rules still apply? And chat is saying it would, which would make sense. I mean, there's nothing to say that there's no reason to say why they wouldn't still apply.
Yeah,
So suddenly you buy a villa and your storyteller is worse.
yeah. I mean, all it says on the hex is that you keep it until cleanup. So I'm guessing that
Ooh.
um, you do indeed
And
keep it until cleanup. Unfortunately, can't afford the goons there. Not even sure if you take it. You probably do, but I mean, this game is spinning quite quickly.
yeah, I mean, Goon's attack is something, and just those points alone might be enough to help you with your whatever crazy procession pile out you're doing.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, as Steph's pointing out, discard attacks plus masks, really nasty. Force them to
Oh
keep
yeah, the
something.
mask too.
Yeah. Bridge. Everyone likes a bridge. And wharf. Everyone likes a wharf.
Yes, these are my favorite parts of black market games, where you're just almost everything. You're just like, yep, I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that.
Yes, please.
Yeah, it's exactly what Steph said. Shopping sprees. Everything must go.
Alright. Haunting. Not the worst text. Little annoying, but certainly worse ones. Yeah. Not a big deal here. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's friendly.
Truffles has, I think I counted last turn. She had six processions.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure if she trashed or gained any, but she has a lot of potential on her turn.
Yeah, I mean, it might, with regard to that haunting, it might not be strictly friendly, but like it wasn't a big deal in that, like, at worst, it made a Piazza hit. Like, at best, maybe that would have hit already. So, whatever. Certainly one of the better hexes you could get at that point. Get that nice patron reveal.
See
Probably a
that?
skip here.
To me, that's kind of a sad pull.
Yeah. Um, the old why doesn't Peddler cost 0 because we're not actually in our buy phase. And buy a very expensive Peddler. Is rail carriage worthwhile here?
I probably wouldn't mind one.
Yeah, Kaplan agrees. Okay, what are we procking? Proc imp? Oh, going for encampment. Okay. Right. 'Cause encampment just goes
I mean,
back to the pile.
this is where it's so hard to count gains, but I almost wonder if you can pile here as your truffles. Like
I
all these
mean,
processions, the tormentors are just gonna disappear.
yeah.
You're gonna have you proc bridge, everything's cheaper, you have all those gains. You proc a wharf, there's two more buys.
I wouldn't be surprised. And right now we're in gain and play territory too.
Like the masks are disappearing, and yeah, all these tormentors are gonna disappear from all
Mm-hmm.
these processions on processions. I think you just buy something.
Yep. This looks like a winning situation.
You can just stack up the hexes on them.
Oh god, you can
But
drop the...
you don't
No,
need to, thankfully.
you don't need to. I mean, that's Truffles being nice. I would definitely have tried to drop the entire hex pile on them. As Kaplan once said, why would you buy victory cards when you could throw the entire hex pile at your opponent? Alright, well played to Truffles. And
Yeah.
let's look at our game 2 board. In terms of draw, we just have Ranger and Lackeys. We obviously have Black Market. For trashing, we have Monastery and Expand. Um, Invest. Yeah, Invest is a big one. Um, People say it has
I
a
have
ton
to
of first player advantage.
I have to confess, I ended up banning invest early on, so I don't. It's just something I don't have to think about. So I don't know very well how to play with it.
Yeah, I played in the Menagerie Cage tournament a match of only invest games, and I was like, okay, that's enough for that. Okay, grabs a sheepdog. Here's Patron showing up again. I think you just take the experiment, but everyone likes a free coffer. Invest in lackeys? Okay. Investing in city also didn't seem crazy to me. I mean, lackeys are gonna run.
Yeah. Now they've both invested in lackeys.
Yep. Wayfair and Sanctuary both look nice. Probably Sanctuary. Plus buys, very nice. Sanctuary is such a pleasant card. Like, it just does so many things, and it doesn't really have any big drawbacks. It's like, it's a market, it is a exiler, it's a cantrip. It's just a very pleasant card.
Yeah. Has this effect of kind of, and at the risk of having chat yell at me, it kind of makes your decks feel golden sometimes when
Mm-hmm.
you, oh, I can gain two provinces and I have two sanctuaries and
Yep.
you just do that every turn and you're happy. I have made that mistake though, where I think I'm at that point and then suddenly you miss your sanctuary once and you lose control of it.
Yeah, I've done the exact same thing. You have this nice deck, you're like, I can just keep stashing away all the green, and then you miss Sanctuary one shuffle, and next hand you draw to like two provinces or something, and it all just falls apart. Okay, so now I believe they each have an expand. Let's see, what are we
Naismith is
buying with
saying
3?
he'd prefer exile and copper over his state.
Why is that, Ness? 1 VP versus getting more benefit out of raising it. Yeah, okay. I guess, state is better trash or benefit. Which? Oh, it goes for Mask. I mean, Mask is a good card. I definitely would have been tempted to take the Witch there.
I think I like Mask a little better. Mask is it's one of those cards that's a little funnier when you have the only one.
Mm-hmm. Do we take Catapult here?
I'd probably take the catapult. You still have, I mean, you have still have lots of food for it,
Yep.
and the attack is annoying.
Heplan does in fact take it. Seer seems like a pretty good card.
Yeah, I like the seer too.
To expand this raise into a city. Yeah. Okay, so that was a pretty nice turn from Kaplan.
Looks like Truffles is thinking about whether to exile a copper or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You have to give up hidden 5. I think I'd rather trash. I mean, there's nice. You don't find anything good in the black market. You can buy.
oh,
There's nice things to buy for 4.
elects to expand the black market into a city. Grabs another lackeys. Interesting. It was not at all a line I was considering. I definitely want to keep fishing on the black market a little further. That militia is nowhere as attractive since we already have a catapult. Villages are usually a pretty good decision.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely needs the village. The lackey villagers are starting to run out,
Yep.
and he has a lot of terminals that he wants to play.
I like the line someone in chat proposed, Sif proposed, which is turning lackeys into city. It seems pretty good to me. I want cities. Copper to lackeys and then attack, yeah. Could do that. I'm surprised neither of them is invested in city. Yeah, you don't get the villagers if you. Exiling is weird because it skips all on gain triggers.
Yeah,
Because it's not gaining it when you exile it, and it's not gaining it when you discard it from exile either.
yeah, I've been caught by that a few times. I think there's some interaction or a combo on a board, and then realize like, no, it's you don't gain it at all. It's kind of funny. It still ends up in your deck eventually, maybe, but it
Yeah.
was never actually gained.
Yep. And the other thing to remember there is that when you discard it from exile, that actually is discarding it, so that can trigger on discarded effects.
I don't think I've ever done that.
Yeah, that's uh, the one I saw a lot when I was playing a lot of Extra Menagerie when the set came out was you'd exile some village greens and then discard them, and then you can play them all. Um, but in theory, you could do it with like Tunnel or something. Uh, what exiles Tunnel? I mean, yeah. Uh, I guess in theory, a cardinal could exile it, maybe. But all your
Yeah,
standard exilers can do it by hand. I think you're correct, Freaky, in that none of the event exiles let you gain any VP that way. Yep, banish, although that is still from hand, I guess. So, alright, so we see our first plat. Nice shiny 5. Here do we take Enchantress?
I like Enchantress,
I do
even
too.
just for the even just for the every other turn getting the
A little bit
extra
of duration
reliability,
draw, yeah.
and the attack is something too.
Hmm. Elects to gain a Haven. Interesting. Um, I don't think I would have gained that Haven. I'm not entirely sure what it's doing for you. Yeah, if you have the overdraw, it can definitely do that.
Yeah. So kaplane he has 4 cities now. Could get 6. Truffles could pretty easily gain the last one during your turn,
Mm.
but so can you if you're kaplane. I mean, if you have 6 cities, maybe you don't care. She gets the first turn at level 3,
I
but
mean, the game tends to just kind of end once cities
yeah,
are at level 3.
I don't think either player can empty 2 cities on their turn. They both just have the one expand and
Yeah,
no other tricks that I know of. So
yeah,
maybe I wonder.
they'd have to find something in the black market. I mean, you could find like stonemason in the black market. Snatch up those cities real quick.
I mean, if you suddenly found a stonemason, the game would pretty much just end.
Mm-hmm.
You pick up both the cities. Well, you have to have the money, which isn't a given right now.
Mm-hmm.
You grab both the cities and then you use it to take out two of the black markets.
Yeah, so there's definitely a lot of pile pressure right now. Um, let's see where they go with this. They gonna is Truffles gonna fish the black market a little bit more? Is she gonna expand something into a city?
I think I'd be looking for a black market pull.
I think so too. Like one really good black market pull right now can just win you the game. Inventor
Inventor. I
seems
mean,
pretty good. You have bridge as well. Flex for Farmingville. Um, I think I would definitely. And just buys a gold and resigns. Oh, what Truff? Poor Truff. What a hand. Truffle's too hard on herself.
well, it's one to one.
One apiece.
Freaky asked if we saw the whole black market. I don't think we quite did. I don't remember seeing anything twice.
Yeah,
Might have been
same.
close.
I wasn't watching the count, but I didn't see anything twice, so I don't. If we did reshuffle it, we must have done it like right near the end. Okay, let's look at this board. Uh, yeah, classic cash, Philosopher's Stone, Sea Hag, Slog board. Uh, let's see. So we have Hideout and Sacrifice for thinning. Sea Hag is Sea Hag. Not too much to say about her. I doubt you're touching any of the kingdom treasures. Black market seems very good as the kingdom's a bit weak. I don't know if you buy Night with Watchmen ever or Cut Purse.
No, I mean here's a black market deck where I definitely play with it, but there's a lot. Now there's a lot of stuff you want out of it. Whereas the
Yeah.
other boards you had everything you needed already, but now you want draw. I would want better villages than. I mean, you can only get so far on hideout.
Mm. Yeah, I want draw. I want a real city, and I would love some real trashing as well. Something that can trash more than one card at a time. Yeah, I mean, clearly the deck here is, just this cash Philosopher's Stone Sea Hag monstrosity. I think that's the real deck to have. Or Hag looks pretty good.
Oh, I didn't. I didn't even notice museum is here.
Yeah. So this is gonna be a very high scoring game.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's also going to be like it's hard. It's gonna be hard to get something explosive off the ground that buys a ton of stuff from the black market, just because it's a relatively weak kingdom. Do you take a T-Mog?
Huh,
Probably.
I transmogrify. It ends up being a half of distant lands at some point.
Yeah. Distant lands that does stuff.
You can call it in an emergency. I don't know what exactly you might be taking in an emergency that's going to help you out of a bad spot. Gaining a sacrifice, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, it's always nice too, just to be able to threaten to mill a province at the end of the game.
Seemed like a bit of a rough turn for truffles.
Yeah. So wait, because there's a uh no, there's only one alchemy card on the kingdom, so I don't think that changes the number of like alchemy cards that are in the black market deck. It just means you can have them in the black market deck.
I think Gavor is saying like you don't want it on the board at all, but now it's added all these funny alchemy cards into your deck.
Mm.
Whereas, I mean, almost every other alchemy card would at least be relevant.
Yeah, I get that. Silky Silk. That was a fast click by Truffle. She saw Silk Merchant and just said yes. Bridge Troll looks good. Could also get City Quarter. You can play Pidstone mid-turn.
You
Oh
can.
my god.
Actually, neither player has possession on their ban list, so you could pick up a potion and maybe suddenly a possession or something else just pops up.
Yep. Okay, so Truffles is overdrawing by a lot now. Rat's always an interesting black market pull because it's essentially just a cantrip trasher.
It's not as useful anymore
No.
because you want your hideouts to be eating stuff.
Yeah. It's going to be about giving them food. Speaking of
Oh,
food,
transmute. See, this is why you need to have that potion in your deck for
yeah,
this moment.
you're missing out on the transmute right now, and that's the food you can feed Hideout forever. Okay, I said we weren't going to touch the kingdom treasures, but we do in fact see royal seals.
Still,
I
it's
think it's
it's uh, it's actually
probably
pretty good here.
it's also museum points. That's a really nice reveal from the black market. Festival Highway Junk Dealer. Those are like all great cards. Okay, some toiling. So Truffles is kind of over terminaled right now.
I mean, it's close.
Yeah, Workers Village looks very nice here. I would think that's the move. Yeah. Now it's looking a lot better. Horn looks very nice with Black Market. And in general.
That's pretty good. It's not as good as usual.
Right, well you can't get 7 of them, but with
But
Black
even the
Market,
cards, even the cards you can gain,
yes,
don't
that's
excite me
true.
that much. I mean, you can gaining one thing per turn, and in the middle of your turn too, is still pretty good.
Yeah.
It would be nicer if there was something like anything you could spam.
Yeah, just some innocuous card you can spam. I don't know, Caravan or something.
Yeah, even gaining a hideout though, a hideout to trash to another hideout every turn is something.
Mm-hmm. Gains is gains.
Yeah, gain a cash when you play your back market. Now you've got 2 coppers to trash.
Mm-hmm.
You do that once, you got 2 points. it has not been that exciting of a black market.
No. This is a relatively tame game after two pretty wild ones, I think.
60 cards in there. We're probably getting close to have playing black market 20 times. So we're probably almost around the circle.
Mm-hmm. At 2 VP, can you afford not to buy stuff from Black Market?
Okay, yeah. So we've seen these.
Yeah. So we have shuffled the Black Market deck.
I mean, it seems like now where their decks are at, draw is the thing that you really need.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember a lot of draw that what draw we've seen that we didn't buy. Was the Wayfarer this game or last game? City Quarter. Oh no, Kaplane has the City Quarter. There's a patrol.
That's good draw. Looks to take the village. Here's Animal Fair again.
Oh. That's a pretty bad pull off
Yeah.
of some nice ones. I mean, Kaplane was picking up some draw and some villages, and then you get the Harvest Miser Swamp Hag group.
Yeah. That's not what you want to
Hers,
say.
yeah. Hers is the deck that seems like it needs a little more help.
Agreed.
Yeah, Procession doesn't have a lot to do. Is there a single good pull left? What did we skip? There's still a highway in there somewhere.
It's a good question. What did we skip?
the one that comes to mind. Yeah, not very many, not a lot of cantrips even in there. Kaplane skipped the patrol. He bought the mining village at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, I could see that.
It's not crazy. Um, I mean, I think I would have taken the draw, but it's not too out there.
Oh, Dan. Dan's nice.
Yeah, you want to play that troll first, for sure.
Oh, there's a cache.
All right, finally getting into the power cards.
Museum just loves everything equally.
Just play with the
Even
whole
even the
kingdom.
ugliest, even the ugliest of Dominion cards can find a dance partner.
Well, no one has picked up Sea Hag yet, or Cup Purse, or Night Watchman, or Peace Stone. So, in a kingdom that has a
Give it
lot of
time.
duds, we're still missing a bunch of them. But the museum may still be completed. We still have a lot of game left. Eight
It's only
provinces.
turn 14.
Yep, 8 provinces left in the supply.
I wonder where this game goes if it's played to its completion. Do you start? Do you start picking up the provinces? I mean, I can't see it piling out at all.
I don't see any piles, so I think you do have to start.
I
Um,
mean, really, you still want to keep pilfering the museum. I mean, I think at some point someone might just resign when things really look bad. I mean, truffles. It's starting to seem like she's behind.
yep, this is a pretty nice starting hand from Truffles, though. Just finding a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
mean,
stuff.
her deck is still it's still working. It doesn't seem like it has the potential. It doesn't have the potential add as much, I think, as K Plains does.
Mm-hmm.
There's a
Mm.
Sage. It's a free 2 points.
Probably take nothing. Oh, Alex for an Oracle. Okay. Not the best draw, but it is draw.
Truffles buys the first province. I mean, those are all pretty good bulls. I mean, I would take the fishing village. I think merchant's fine too. I guess if you're not planning to add many. I mean, he already has enough villages for all of his terminals.
Mm-hmm. Bank seems quite
Oh,
good.
does. I do like the bounty hunter though, a lot. I think Freaky was saying earlier, now you can just hide anything you want, and then it's worth 3 coins pretty much every time.
Yeah, that is true. Bounty
Whereas
hunters,
bank, I mean, bank can be worth a stupid amount of money here though.
yeah. You have a long turn that involves a bunch of black market plays. We do take island.
There's the distant hits.
Alright, yeah, Kaplan does seem like he is pulling ahead now.
Yeah. Mystic would be fine to pick up. Buy something from the black market. Your royal seal it. Draw it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the duchy seems a little premature, but I don't know. Um, it is worth a lot of points. It's not a good reason to get it. Was any of that green necessary? Did Kaplan green too early? Steph likes the provinces. Freaky incorrectly predicts Steph's response. So, the experts are split. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more bounty hunter on this board it is really crazy.
Mm-hmm. Right now, it does seem like we're either getting 3 nice cards together or 3 meh cards.
Yeah,
They're traveling in these groups.
it hasn't been very evenly spread out with regards to power level.
The black market has clicks in it.
Buys a copper and top decks the copper with Royal Seal? What? I mean, is that for hideout? But yeah, they have a hideout hidden away. Okay, I get it. It's kind of cute.
$23 points to make up. It's a lot of points.
Mm-hmm.
I think you just kind of have to hope.
I think you gotta start just buying stuff from the black market.
You can't quite. I mean, you can almost provinces here. 32 points in provinces. Can't quite pile them. I mean, Horn is a province whenever you want. Of course, you lose 2 points when you play it too. The things that are easy to forget about when you're thinking about your pilots on museum boards. I remake this and I remodel that, and like, oops.
The funniest is when someone loses a game because they accidentally did some swaggy thing with their travelers at the end and lost some museum points for it. I've seen that happen before.
Mm-hmm. It can be fun when it's the other way and your opponent is maybe count your points, and then suddenly you can do funny stuff like that and you gain points with museum that maybe they didn't think about.
Mm-hmm.
And you pile them out.
I do not know why Devore wants Potion, presumably because Philosopher's Stone is one of the strongest cards ever printed.
Thinking, I mean, that vineyard is in there. I don't remember seeing it in a while. I mean, what's a vineyard worth now? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's worth like 6 points plus museum.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, points is points.
It's not as exciting as I thought it was going to be when I started counting.
Yeah, single groundskeeper is always kind of it's a card that really excels when you get a bunch of them. You get one, it's like, oh, here's a free VP, here's a free VP, but never really comes together like it does when you're playing a whole stack of them.
Top deck in this copper again.
It doesn't look like it.
At that time.
You found a copper anyway.
Sacrifices the island. Neutral sacrifice. I was thinking about that.
Alright, I really think the bounty hunter is the move here. I mean, even Freaky wants bounty hunter and Harvest is there, so you know this must be a good bounty hunter spot.
Kaplane didn't see his city quarter, so he doesn't draw.
Hmm.
It is kind of his key card for drawing his deck. So what's he got for money then? Only going to get to 7, so can't buy a province. Wonder, does Truffles quite have
Takes the patrol.
$16?
I mean, Truffles very well could win this turn.
She could. Yeah, 17 last turn, so she can make it.
Mm-hmm.
She needs to draw, though. She's hideout. Dungeon gets her place as Ironmonger. Need to find that, hoping to find that Royal Blacksmith. There's Oracle.
I feel like Oracle really did not need to be an attack. Just plays so much slower than.
Oh, didn't make it.
That's unfortunate.
They both bottom decked there. The main draw.
I guess this is. Proc Duchy Duchy. I guess we have museum so we can. Oh, no, that's scored. I don't know. I mean, setting up for next turn, but very well might not be a next turn.
Oh. Kaplane is stuck again, but this time he's got money. Almost enough to just empty.
Yeah.
One short.
Okay, another duchy. So really trying to put some points in between them.
Yeah.
Guessing we'll see a silk merchant sack. Oh no, Trash's Haven. Okay, sacks the or procs the Royal Blacksmith. Right, let's see what these last black market pulls are going to yield for truffles. Hey, these black markets are probably going to decide whether Truffles wins or not. If she finds like a fairgrounds or something, that's it. Why would you play that hideout? You just lost points off that copper.
Beggar actually would have some funny tricks here.
Mm-hmm.
Only
Oh.
had some more villages to play it.
Oh, okay. So we didn't
This is
find any
nice.
VP. So this is looking like a fancy resign.
I would gain a potion here, just for fun. Maybe somehow Kaplane doesn't get the last province and you buy the vineyard next turn.
Okay.
There it is.
The potion.
Trash is the mining village. You're just looking for 8.
Yep. He's just going for the win for sure.
And there it is.
And yep, finds it.
It was close though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, got to 12, but didn't have a great draw.
Alright, 2-1 Kaplan.
50 museum points.
Okay, we have Bridge Troll and Alms. That is sometimes a powerful interaction. We have a village, we have draw, we have Bridge Troll, we have Black Market. Looks like a pretty good kingdom to me.
You have everything you want. Trashing is, it's not great.
Yeah, only trade route for trashing. So you'd love to find some good trashing in the Black Market.
And there's developed too.
Oh yeah, there's develop.
But 4 costs being only treasure map
Yeah.
kind of makes the future tricks annoying.
Mm-hmm. Double develop. Interesting. There's the fairgrounds that we needed last game.
Border village is really nice. Really nice to be able to hit 6 there.
Yeah, that's a very nice high roll.
Yeah, Gatekeeper is kind of an annoying card
Yeah, I
against
mean,
your black market.
Black Market and Travelers. Well, no, not Travelers. That's Cardinal. Black Market is like its strongest use case. Doesn't really get better than something like this board. Margrave seems pretty excellent.
Mm-hmm.
We take the experiment, yeah. It's a lab. Man. It's not when you want Grand Market or Peddler to show up.
And the chat's talking about Gatekeeper.
Groundskeeper. The Keeper.
It does kind of have that annoying interaction, but I mean, if my opponent's going to buy 2 Gatekeepers, I'm okay just
Not playing
playing
Black
with
Market.
playing with the rest of it. Yeah.
Yeah, or just playing as if it's a terminal silver. Okay. What does Kaplan buy? Maybe another troll and another bandit camp? No, he has villages. Maybe troll wild hunt. Okay.
Probably, yeah. I'd
Camp
buy
wild
another
hunt.
draw for sure. Prince, yeah. I was thinking Prince could be pretty nice.
Okay, so manages to get only one troll in play. And neither of them have touched Gatekeeper. Which is probably fine. Oh, well, I guess we print a black market.
You can Prince your bandit camp too, if you want. See, he does have
Oh
the bridge
yeah,
troll down.
you have a bridge troll in play.
I mean, I would like to Prince. I'd like to Prince a wild hunt would be what I would want. If I can find one, but if I can't, then I'll just do the bandit camp.
Very nice.
I don't know if that's correct. I always feel like I'd rather draw 3 cards at the start of every turn than have the extra action guaranteed. I guess it kind of depends on a lot of things, but here I'd rather have the extra cards in hand. And actually, the piles are almost gone. Truffles is ahead, but she have one bridge troll, or does kaplane have both? I don't know that she has. She can empty them as easily. She does have the Margrave for 1 buy. Yeah, kaplane is both. I mean, I wonder if you can buy. Yeah, just get the piles gone, and now kaplane needs some points.
I will be right back again.
Sure. Yeah, you don't want to play that. What do you gain off of smugglers? A bandit camp, which you definitely don't want to do. It's just kind of stuck there. Not a great draw for truffles on that turn. But now she has a good one coming up. If I was kaplane, I'd probably want to take the points now this turn for sure. Yeah, I think you will. Just to take those points away.
Okay, so what did I miss?
Kaplane doubled, which I agree with Steph. Seems a little. a little bit of a risk. Truffles could double province plus a little wild hunt points plus some develop. I wonder if the draw could have been there to take the lead and win.
All right. Well, this looks like it's Kaplan's.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, I was gonna say he needed to find one draw card and he found it. Smuggles the last province.
All right. Well, congratulations to Kaplan. 3-1 victory. Thanks for commentating with me, Emma. That was fun.
Yeah, no problem.
And
Playing
see
is
y'all later.